Welcome to the very first SCSA Coaches Chat of the year as we do our season previews every year. And I'm thrilled to be joined by the head coach and GM, the first ever in the history of the Warman Wolverines. It is Brett Pilkington. Brett, how are you doing today?
Yeah, Jamie, thanks for having me, and I'm doing wonderful.
Always great to see you and talk to you, as always, of course. No, we got to get right into the buzz. Of course, the team was ratified by the city of Warman back in June, by the SJHL Board of Governors back in February. Talk about how excited the community is as it gets closer and closer to real hockey.
Yeah, it's the buzz in the community ever since I moved here. I started feeling it early July there when I moved in the community, and it's just continued now that youth hockey is starting up in the community. As of last week there, the buzz for the Wolverines is huge, and can't wait to get this started.
Yeah, for sure. Now, obviously, it continues to be a work in progress to turn the Warman Home Center Communiplex into the real home of the Warman Wolverines. Talk about, some of the renovations, what people can expect for a game day experience and that sort of thing with a brand new franchise. I'm sure it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, we're in the process still of working all those fine details out, and they'll be ready for our home opener on September 19th when Humboldt comes to town, and I think it'll be a very exciting experience for the community and fans from all around that have an opportunity to watch us play here.
Yeah,
But as I said, it's a work in progress as we speak.
Yeah, of course. These things are always a work in progress. And speaking of a work in progress, obviously we were both in the rink for all of last year, and it was a struggle. So just talk about trying to turn the returning guys that you have and maybe new guys in the fold into a contending team right away, because I expect that's the expectations from the community and the ownership.
Yeah, so again, coming from Notre Dame there, where we really focused on promoting players through the Hounds program, from U18 up. The focus here has changed drastically in the fact that we want to have local players and local flavors from Saskatchewan in our lineup every night. And again, that started with our draft. And moving forward, we were adding players throughout the offseason here to try to get more of that local flavor to our lineup and our list. And we've been successful, but it is going to take more time. But as the year ramps up here, you'll see more and more locals.
Yeah, for sure. No, you mentioned it there a little bit, but you talk about the different reality of recruitment, just a different type of player that you could look at. How do you feel like recruitment went, and how do you feel like it is in the process? As you try to sort of vision what it might look like for night one, because of all the teams in the league, probably it's going to be as new a team as any for you. Not that was different for Notre Dame, because it was new every year. It felt like in a lot of ways, but again, brand new franchise.
Yeah, again, we day one, we're going to set our minds to win hockey games and be successful as a group, and get the community on board and get our players out in the community to bring this community together around the Wolverines. So it's a really exciting time. We've had a good off season, with all that happening, where we've been out in the community and bringing locals to our spring camp, bringing locals onto the main camp here. And again, when camp starts here on Friday, we'll get a better understanding of what our full roster will look like come September 19th. But it's a very exciting time, and it like I said, we'll have a local flavor for sure.
Yeah, and obviously the people up there must be chomping at the bit to get out and watch. Now, have you given yourself a second to think what you might imagine and what it might feel like on September the 19th, Humboldt Broncos in town at the rink, hopefully completely packed out? Have you thought about what that might feel like and be like, for you and obviously for your players as well? Just an exciting time.
Yeah, like you said, to have as many fans in this building as possible to capacity would be awesome. But again, after 6 years of Notre Dame, having Humboldt come down there and having minimal to no fans at all, it's going to be a big change. And again, it'll be easier for the players to get up each and every night.
Yeah, for sure. Now let's talk hockey because that's obviously what you and I love to do the most. And obviously you bring back guys like like Hudson Kerr and Evan Bissell and Caden Perron, and these guys are going to have to kind of earn their space and their time. I guess what's kind of the message to guys that coming from the Notre Dame program into the Warman program in terms of what maybe you'd like to see be better or to grow, or what's just the general message to those guys specifically as you head into training camp here?
Yeah, the biggest message, Nooch, to our group that might be moving from our team last year is that last year wasn't good enough. Your habits need to be better. Your everyday results and process need to be better, and if not, you won't be part of the Wolverines program moving forward. So it's been pretty clear that certain guys that are coming to camp, they're going to have to pick up role positions and buy into those, or it's not going to work out for them. And that's the exciting piece for myself and our staff is that opportunities knocking. Lots of kids want to be here, so we don't have to settle for who can come to Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, for sure. And what can you tell us about? You mentioned your staff there. What can you tell us about? Assistant coach, equipment manager, filling out the staff. You have a new business, a business person that you're working with too. I guess just talk about filling out that staff as well. How that's going.
Yeah, great question, Nuji. Yeah, and it's again we brought everybody on board the 18th of August here, pretty much from the hockey ops sides. Brianna's been with us for a few months now, and the thing we have going with the business office and the hockey ops side is they're all young and they're willing to learn and willing to put in the time, and that's a good start for us. And when we jump into the hockey ops piece, we've got a good staff of scouts and player development guys and player personnel. And then when we get closer to home here with our goalie coach, our assistant coach, and our trainer, equipment manager, we have a really good touch around the game. And so the excitement, not only with the community, with the fans and players, is huge for this staff moving forward. And again, we're going to take it one day at a time and see where we go.
For sure, yeah. Just two more questions then. Really appreciate your time, Brett. I'm sure you're in constant dialogue with Cole Catcher and John Abramitz and the ownership group. Have they sort of communicated anything to you in terms of expectations, in terms of things like standings and how competitive this team is supposed to be right away?
Yeah, Nuju, we've talked a little bit about that, and the past years where there's 12 teams, well 11 teams that are going out day one to win a championship. I feel that now moving here, we're one of the 12 teams that are biting for a championship day one. So again, the expectations are to be successful on and off the ice, and again, for me, that's very exciting. And the opportunity is knocking for a lot of people within this organization to have success on and off the ice.
Yeah, for sure. And then just the last question, when this is aired, you'll have already played a preseason game against the Larange Ice Wolves, but, the regular season just around the corner. But just talk about some of the events, on and off the ice that you've had sort of currently. I know you mentioned a golf tournament. I know you had that draft party. Just talk about all the extra things that are going on behind the scenes as well up in Warman to create that buzz that you see.
Yeah, like currently right now, the biggest things we are working on is and we're almost there is getting our facility to be at a point where it's one of the best in the league, and like I said, we're pretty close to that. And then we're out in the community with community events where we show up and be part of the community and show our logo, and then moving here into camp, where we have X amount of kids coming that want an opportunity to wear the Wolverines logo. So those are all exciting, and they'll just continue. Great partnership with the high school here in town to have the students of the high school out to our games, and at the same time we'll go out to their events, whether they're football, volleyball, whatever sport it is. We'll do our best to be there. And again, this is the first year for the Wolverines, as everyone knows. but at the same time, we want to grow with the community and make it exciting to be here. Exciting to be here.
Should be a lot of fun. But when this comes out, game one ever at the Warman Center Communiplex preseason, albeit will be this evening. But, regular season will kick off September the 19th. You can catch that on Flow Hockey. But come out to the Warman Communiplex. It should be a fun time. First ever game for the Warman Wolverines. First ever coach for the Warman Wolverines. It's Brett Pilkington. Brett, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me, guys, and have a wonderful day.